Team members posing as insurgents rolled up on the Riverines and opened fire.
I kept my eye on him the whole time until he actually reached down to pick up his weapon, and that's when you take action and lay down fire and protect your guys on the boat. You just got to be aware and ready to take action at all times. Things can change in a millisecond.
It eliminates confusion in a real-world situation where if someone, say, in Iraq or any other place we deploy to, if they did approach on a small craft with a weapon or without a weapon, how to react to them and how to perceive them as a threat or not.
The Riverines' training makes them not only instinctive, but versatile.
A Riverine's a Riverine. He should be able to drive the boat, drive an MTVR, get off the boat. Everybody's interchangeable, and that's the way we train. Each man should be able to do every job.
Everybody in the boat, from the boat captain down, has to know every weapon system, has to know the engineering plant. We always say all the time, you're a bullet away from someone else's job, so you have to learn it.
All the way around, almost point.
Okay.
Directly that way. So if you shoot this way, it gives them a little bit more flexibility to employ that 50, and we can still get our 240 gunner in there.
All right, so right about right here.
The training, grueling. The mission, dangerous. But the Riverines wouldn't have it any other way.
And advise Raider whether that area is clear or not. It's the best job in the Navy. I love this. My background, I've done a little bit of this before, and when this stood up, I fought to get in here. And the majority, everybody in this force, at least at Riverine Squadron 2, has volunteered to come here and knock down doors to get in here. So it's a highly motivated command.
I participated in a lot of convoys. The part that really touched me was just seeing the kids, the Iraqi locals, just seeing how innocent the kids are, and they're not really getting a general idea of what's really going on. I mean, we were just out there passing candy to them, and to them, that was the world. That meant the world to them.
Scenes like this are typical along the Euphrates River, where Navy Riverines routinely stop local Iraqis.
When we pull up on the guys, we have them raise their arms and their shirts, so we make sure there's no hidden weapons. Then we go ahead and do a search of the boat, through all the cargo holds, and make sure that there's no illegal contraband. And then we try to communicate with them, let them know that they're in a danger area, to pick up their nets and move out.
Yes. You pick up your nets and go.
Say you're in Iraq, you could just be reaching down to grab his fishing pole or fishing net or something like that. You just have to really, determine who's friendly and who's not. Training really does that for you well, and they can throw you in different scenarios, and one person can be just standing there holding a weapon, and then all of a sudden they can pull that weapon on you and shoot at you. So it's kind of a training thing. You get to know how to react to that.
We did some clearance operations on the Euphrates River that took the RST to islands in the shorelines, looking for cache sites, possible enemy holdouts, anything that we could find and exploit to get to the enemy. Did a lot of walking, a lot of searching. We worked with Iraqi units in country. We would take them out with us and train them to work with us and eventually take over our job so that they can look after themselves.
The Riverines patrol the shoreline and waterways near the Haditha Dam to search for weapons, block insurgents' movement, and even transport troops.
If we could facilitate moving Marines via the boat and we didn't have to put them on the road, that was an accomplishment itself there. If I can take, you know, a 10 or 15 man Marine unit and push him up the river somewhere where he doesn't have a chance of getting blown up, I'm all about it. I don't have a problem with that. They can call me taxi, whatever. You know, that's boys that are making it on target alive without having a chance of getting blown up.
We are the only asset on the waterways in Iraq, and the insurgents, they know this, and they've tried to exploit that time and time again because they know the Marines and the armies can't cover that area. But now we're there, able to cover it, and we're sort of cutting off that area of transportation, arms, and munitions.
We went over there in February or March of 2007, and there were roughly anywhere from 50 to 100 IED attacks weekly in Al Anbar province. When we left, there was less than 10 a week in Al Anbar province. And I really think what the Riverine did for the war in Iraq was between Al-Qaim, which is at the border of Syria, and all the way down to Ramadi, just north and west of Baghdad. The insurgents had no idea when a Riverine patrol was going to show up. And we would spot them, we would engage them, took a lot of detainees, captured a lot of weapons, captured a lot of IED making materials, so that we in essence lowered the amount of IEDs, I think, that happened in Iraq in a short period of time.
An ongoing successful mission that wouldn't be possible without the Riverines' high-speed yet stealthy patrol boats.
These boats being so maneuverable and being so quiet the way they are, you know, I used to be the aft gunner. I remember being over there and seeing all the people's faces. Sometimes we're in a new area where these boats haven't been patrolled that much. You know, you get like a surprise look. It's like, oh my God, you know, what is that? You know, they're used to seeing dhows and small skiffs, something that's nothing even close to this type of stuff.
The Cirque platform was what we ran last time. It's a fully capable boat. It runs with more weapons than a full weapons company on the ground. What it brings to the fight is speed, maneuverability. We're able to turn its own radius at speed, which is a pretty violent turn. But no question that the boats are the key to this. The boats give us an advantage that's faster and better than anybody that's over the ground. We can move, we can run, we can fight. I mean, every single day we come to work, we're smiling and we know we're doing something that makes a difference. We're actually on the waters. We stand in flight, we don't run. And we let the bad guys know who we are every time.
We've made tremendous progress there, being able to secure the areas and make sure that those networks have been decreased as much as possible and allow the Iraqis to do a lot of their own work. There's been so much progress in that area. I think everybody in the service is working themselves out of a job, which is what we're there to do.
I think we're going to be around for the foreseeable future. The guys who are doing this business want to be here. I got guys from the fleet knocking my doors down, trying to get here to do this fight. And I think we can impact the bad guy in areas where he thought he was safe before, so that as we go overseas to play the away game and get after him where he lives, we keep him from coming over here and fighting us where we live.
Navy Expeditionary Combat Command considers the Riverines a worldwide deployable force whose training can be applied in any environment, mountainous, desert, even jungle. Their current focus is in Iraq, but as the global war on terror continues, the Riverines are prepared to safeguard waterways around the world. I'm Tech Sergeant Ryan Hoke, and you've been watching Recon.